Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello grade 2s and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is senses. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, we know that we have to sanitize. Remember, sometimes we don't have sanitizer, but that's okay. We can use soap and water. Just make sure you clean your hands regularly. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be talking about vocabulary, sight words, reading, and number patterns. To start our lesson today, boys and girls, we are going to go to page 3. On page 3, we are doing our vocabulary words and our sight words. The first thing we're going to do is to read the following sight words and then we trace them. So let us read them together. Into, good, nose, far, width, also, all, be. Well done, everyone. So it's now your job to trace carefully for each sight word. When you're done with that, it's your job now to match the vocabularies with the picture. So let's take a look at the board so we can do that together. Now the first word we see is smell. And we smell with our nose. So everyone, please touch your nose. Well done. So the word smell is going to be connected to the picture of the nose. The next one is the word hear. Now we hear with our ears. But some people cannot hear with their ears, and that's okay too, because they use their other senses. So please match the word hear with the ear. And then we have the word see. Now when we want to see something, we use our eyes. So please match the word see with the eye. And then after that, we have the word taste. So we are going to match the word taste with the picture of the mouth that has the tongue, because it is the tongue that helps us taste. So please match taste with the picture. And then lastly, we have the words touch or feel. Now when we want to touch something or feel something, we use our hands. So if you see the word touch or feel, we use our hands. Now there are 5 senses, my dear boys and girls, and each one has a special job. As we go along in the week, I want us to continue practicing our vocabulary words and our sight words. I'll keep reminding you what each body part does as a special job. Now that we are done with that one, let's take a look now at page 4. On page 4, we have a reading comprehension. And remember, boys and girls, when we read a story, we have to read it 3 times. The first time is to understand what the story is all about. The second time is to make sure that we know what we need to answer the questions. Then the last time, which is the third time, is to make sure that we answered all of our questions correctly. So we're going to read it for the first time together. Let's take a look. We'll start with the heading that says senses. Senses. My senses are important. I use my senses every day. I must also take care of myself to keep my senses healthy. I have 2 eyes. I can see far and near with my eyes. Without sight, I will be blind. I have 2 ears. I can hear soft and loud noises with my ears. Without hearing, I will be deaf. I have 1 nose. I can smell with my nose. My nose can smell nice or stinky things. I have 1 tongue. My tongue is in my mouth. I can taste things that are sweet, sour, salty, or bitter. I have skin all over my body. My skin can feel. I use my hands to feel and touch things. I can feel smooth, rough, cold, or hot things. Wow, I've enjoyed reading this, and I'm sure you have too. So now that we have read it the first time, let's take a look at our questions. We're going to start with number 1 up until number 4, and we're going to read each question 2 times. Number 1 says, how many senses do you have? Circle the correct one. How many senses do you have? Circle the correct one. Is it 3 or is it 5? Number 2 says, with what do you smell? With what do you smell? Number 3 says, name the 4 things that you can taste. Name the 4 things that you can taste. Number 4 says, why must you care for yourself? Why must you care for yourself? Now that we have read the questions, it's time for us to go back into the story and read it a second time so that we can find our answers. We're going to start at the heading. Senses. My senses are important. I use my senses every day. I must also take care of myself to keep my senses healthy. I have 2 eyes. I can see far and near with my eyes. Without sight, I will be blind. I have 2 ears. I can hear soft and loud noises with my ears. Without hearing, I will be deaf. I have 1 nose. I can smell with my nose. My nose can smell nice or stinky things. I have 1 tongue. My tongue is in my mouth. I can taste things that are sweet, sour, salty, or bitter. I have a skin all over my body. My skin can feel. I use my hands to feel and touch things. I can feel smooth, rough, cold, or hot things. So now that we have read it a second time, boys and girls, it is up to you to answer all the questions. Make sure when you are done, you read the passage a third time so that you know that you have done the right thing. Have fun, keep practicing on how you're going to use your vocabulary words this week, and I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
The last part of our lesson today, we're going to find it on page 5. On page 5, we are going to be doing number patterns. It is going to be our job to find the number pattern for each of the number lines. Then we are going to fill in the numbers. So we are going to do the last one together. Let's take a look. I have the last one on the board, and as you can see, they have given us 3 numbers, but they have not given us what is in between or how we are going to actually fill them in. So our job is to find out what is the difference between 34 and 36. Now we're going to try and use counters because counters help us. I have my counters here in the classroom, and they are very simple bottle tops. You can use stones, bottle tops, or even your colors for counters. So, I don't know how many counters I need, but I know that I need to get from 34 to 36. Once I get my answer in terms of how many counters, I'm going to put it here so we can add and move on to the next number. So, we are saying that we have our counters here. I'm just going to put 3 for now here. And then we need to move from 34 to 36. 34 is already there, so we are counting on by saying 35, 36. So we only need 2 counters to get to 36. So on top here, just the same as it is in your page, you're going to write 2. To say 34 plus 2 will give me 36. Now, I want to find out if I add 2 here, what number I will get. Because we have 2 here, and I want us to use another 2 so we can move in our number line. 36 is already there, so we're going to use our number by counting on 37, 38. So I'm going to now write 38. Now I have said 36, if I count plus 2, will give me 38. So now that I have 38, I'm going to add another 2 to see if we can move on in our number line. Remember, if we continue adding with a 2, that means that we should get to 44 in no time and no problem. So we're saying 38 is already there, and I'm adding 2 so I can jump to the next number. 39, 40. So the next number that I'm going to write is 40. And if I'm writing 40 here, I want to add another 2 so that I can jump to the next number. That's exactly what I'm going to do. 40 is already there, so let's count together. 41, 42. So we are writing 42. Now we have completed our number line, but we need to make sure that we have done the right thing. So the last thing we need to do is add 2 again. If the 2 that we have added here to 42 goes and adds to 44, we know that our number line is correct. So let's try. 42 is already there. 43, 44. Yes, the number line is correct and it is complete. So please, boys and girls, use your counters to complete your number lines. I'll see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
Boys and girls, we have now come to the end of our lesson and I hope you had fun. Remember, if you're not sure what to do or you are confused, that's okay. You can always ask an adult for help. Just make sure that you finish all your work by yourself. Now that we are done, it is important for us to sanitize. Remember, boys and girls, if you don't have sanitizer, that's okay. You can use soap and water. Just make sure you wash and rinse your hands for 30 seconds. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. Sashi said he was going to come and visit me, but I haven't seen him today. Sashi? Oh, there you are, Sashi. Would you like to go outside today? Wonderful. So, from Sashi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.